Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
योगः कर्मसु कौशलम्.
Hello everyone, hope you all are fine. I am Dr. Chetna Marwadi, Assistant Professor, SD School of Commerce, Gujarat University. In Module 1 of Material Cost, we have discussed about number 1, different important components of total cost with main focus on material cost. Number 2, definition of material cost. Number 3, types of material. Number 4, technical meaning of material control. Number 5, significance of material control system. Number 6, good qualities of material control system. Number 7, different techniques of material control like ABC analysis, EOQ, etc. In this module, 3 important aspects of material control management, that is number 1, purchase of material, number 2, material storage, and number 3, materials issues are covered. So, material control is broadly divided into 3 categories: material procurement control, material storage control, and material usage control. In this context, we will discuss about purchase of material, objectives of purchase of material, functions of purchase department, centralized versus decentralized purchase, purchase procedure, storage of material, material issue procedure. First of all, we will study about purchase of materials. Let's discuss meaning of purchasing. In cost accounting, purchase of materials include the procurement of materials, components, supplies, etc., which are required for use in production and other department of a business unit. Let's discuss objectives of purchasing. The objectives of purchasing can be explained in the form of 5 R. That is, first R is right quality, second R is right quantity, third R is right time, fourth R is right price, and fifth R is right source. These 5 R's are helpful at significant level to improve profitability and productivity irrespective of nature of business. Now, let's understand organization structure of purchase department. This structure varies organization to organization because the size of business activities, nature of business, storage capacity, need of storage, all these factors are to be evaluated, and then this structure is formed. Every unit prepares its own customized organizational structure. So, this is the structure of purchase department, where we will have one purchase manager. Below it, there is assistant purchase manager. Under assistant purchase manager, there may be 2 assistants. One is tender and purchase order assistant, second one is records assistant. Let's have a look on functions of purchase department. Purchase department works under the supervision and control of purchase manager. The main functions of purchase department are: number 1, purchase requisition, to receive the purchase requisition from the department which needs material. Number 2, selection of suppliers, to select the supplier from whom materials are to be purchased. Number 3, order placing, to place the purchase order with selected supplier and to undertake regular follow-up of the purchase order. Number 4, invoice examination, to check and pass the purchase invoice for payment. Number 5, data of suppliers, to maintain a list of names and addresses of suppliers for every group of materials generally required and to maintain relations with supplier. Number 6, coordination, to coordinate and supervise the staff of the purchase department and to maintain purchase record. Number 7, 5 R's, to purchase right quality of material in right quantity at right price and right sources and at right time. Let's understand the difference and selection process of centralized purchasing versus decentralized purchasing. Firstly, we will understand centralized purchasing. In centralized purchasing, there is only one purchase department which is authorized to make all purchases for the department or business unit. Usefulness of centralized purchasing. It uses the specialized knowledge and skill by appointing specialized and expert purchasing staff. It brings about economies of bulk purchases. It facilitates the standardization of material. It facilitates effective control over purchases by maintaining an efficient system of ordering, receiving, inspection and accounting, etc. It ensures consistent policy with regard to purchases, for example, regarding terms of payment, cost of delivery, etc. It brings about economies of centralized purchase system. It is suitable when there is only one plant or several plants that are not located far away from each other and are using same material. Now, let us discuss limitations of centralized purchasing. Number 1, it is expensive due to increase in administration cost of separate purchase department. Number 2, it is not suitable when plants or department are located far away from one another or are using different material. Number 3, it may cause delay in placing the purchasing order or receiving the materials due to rigid purchase procedure. Number 4, it may create problems in emergent situations when local purchases are needed. Let's discuss about decentralized purchasing. In decentralized purchasing, each department is authorized to make its own purchases. Let's discuss usefulness of decentralized purchasing. Number 1 is less investment. Second, right quality and quantum. Third, quick process. Fourth, easy replacement. Fifth, better relation with local supplier. Sixth, smooth functioning. Now, let's understand limitation of decentralized purchasing. Number 1, it involves high cost. Number 2, knowledge of purchasing staff is essential. Number 3, not suitable for small organization. Let's discuss just-in-time concept. Just-in-time purchasing means purchase when required only or purchase immediately before use. The main objective of just-in-time purchasing is to minimize the carrying cost, storage cost, material handling cost, spoilage, obsolescence, etc. There are 8 steps to implement effective purchasing procedure. These steps are: number 1, receipt of purchase requisition. Number 2, selection of supplier. Number 3, preparation, placement and follow-up of purchase order. Number 4, receipt of material. Number 5, inspection of material. Number 6, return of rejected material. Number 7, checking and passing of purchase invoice for payment. Number 8, making payment to suppliers. Now, let's understand these steps in order. Step 1, that is receipt of purchase requisition. Let's discuss meaning of purchase requisition. Purchase requisition is a form used to make a formal request to purchase department to purchase the materials specified therein. Purchase requisition can be of regular material or can be for special material which is needed for new or customized order. Such purchase requisition is sent by the competent authority to purchase department. Now, let's discuss the content of purchase requisition. Purchase requisition contains the following so that proper control records can be maintained, and this includes requisition number, date of requisition, code number of item which is required, description of item, quantity of item, date by which item is required, signature of the person initiating the requisition, signature of one or more executives approving the requisition if any required. Let's have a look at format of purchase requisition. So, purchase requisition of XYZ Limited is given. On left hand side, first item is PR number, that is purchase requisition number. Second one is department, that the department who is requesting, date by which materials are required, place where material are required, and also the date is mentioned on right side. So, it has 5 columns: serial number, description of material, code number if any of the material, quantity required, and remarks if any. And this purchase requisition is to be requested by the person concerned or the department concerned. It is to be checked by the purchase department and it is to be approved by the authorized person from the purchase department. Now, let us understand next step, that is step 2, selection of supplier. For selection of supplier, as per the needs of the unit, tender and its conditions are prepared and tenders are invited from interested suppliers. Tender are received in sealed cover by the due date. Tabulation of details of tender received is done so that required content can be made available immediately for decision making. After the sealed tenders are received, they are opened on a specified date and time. A comparative statement is prepared of all suppliers and who is meeting all criteria is selected. Finally, the purchase department selects a supplier or suppliers from whom purchases are to be made. Let us discuss third step, that is preparation, placement and follow-up of purchase order. After selecting the supplier, the next step is to prepare the purchase order and place it with the selected supplier. Let us understand meaning of purchase order. Purchase order is a written document prepared by the purchase department which authorizes the supplier to supply the specified quantity of materials of specified quality at specified price on terms specified therein. Purchase order is that document which contains all terms and conditions which are given in the tender and applicable to both parties. Let us discuss content of purchase order that makes purchase order very precise, which include purchase order number, date of purchase order, name and address of supplier, code number of items required, description of items, quantity of items, date, time and place of delivery, price, transport charges and packing charges and the terms of payment, mode of transport to be used, name and address of buyer, signature of purchase manager. Let us have a look at format of purchase order. So, purchase order of XYZ Limited is given. On left hand side, it is given to, that is name and address of supplier. So, who is going to supply us material. On right hand side, the date, requisition number and purchase order number are written. The purchase order contains 7 columns, that is serial number, description, code number, quantity, price, total amount and remarks if any. It is also have packing and dispatching instructions, discount if any applicable as per terms and conditions of agreement. It also includes terms of payment, conditions regarding MTs, excise duties and VAT tax, place of delivery, date of delivery, and this order is to be signed by Chief Purchasing Officer of XYZ Limited. It will be ensured by the concerned person about timely delivery of materials ordered. It protects against the hold up in production due to non-receipt of materials on time. Let's discuss next step, that is step 4, receipt of materials. All incoming materials are received by receiving department. The receiving department will check delivery of packages sent by the supplier and will examine whether delivery is as per order or not. If not, will issue notice to the supplier, and if yes, goods received, notes will be prepared. Let's have a look at format of goods received note. Let's have a look at format of goods received note. Goods received note of XYZ Limited is given here. On left hand side, it is written to suppliers and purchase order number. On right hand side, GRN number and date are written. It is having 7 columns, that is item number, description, code number, quantity, price, total amount and remark of condition of goods, and it is to be written that who has received these goods, that is goods received by, storekeeper's name, who has inspected that goods, that is inspected by, and store's ledger posted by, that is in which account that goods are recorded. Let's discuss next step, that is step 5, inspection of materials. After physical verification by goods received department, the materials are sent to the inspection department to check the quality of material received. Finally, inspection report will be sent to the purchase department. Let's have a look at format of goods inspection report. Goods inspection report of XYZ Limited is given. On left hand side, supplier's name is recorded and purchase order number is recorded. It is having 7 columns, that is serial number, description, code number, quantity received, quantity rejected, reasons for rejected and remarks if any, and it is to be signed by the person authorized to be inspected, that is inspected by so and so person of XYZ Limited. Let's understand next step, that is step 6, return of rejected material, where materials received are found damaged or not in accordance with the specifications. These are returned to the supplier along with a debit note. Debit note is prepared by the purchase department in triplicate. Original copy is sent to supplier, 1 copy is sent to accounts department and 1 copy is retained by the purchase department for its own file. Step 7, it is checking and passing of purchase invoices for payment. Purchase invoice is the document which is prepared by the supplier of materials and contains the details of material supplied and amount to be paid. If on verification the invoice is found correct in all respects and endorsement to that effect is made on it with a rubber stamp with signature of the purchase manager, and then the invoice is passed to the accounts department for payment. On the other hand, if some discrepancies are found, reference is made to the supplier to carry out the correction. If goods are not according to specification or received short, a debit note is sent to the supplier. A debit note contains the reasons for sending the note. Let's understand step 8, that is making payment to the supplier. On receipt of purchase invoice and debit note, if any, the accounts department checks the authenticity and arithmetical accuracy of the invoice, then prepares a voucher authorizing payment, enters the same in the records and makes payment of invoices as per terms of payment. Now we will discuss about storage of materials. Let's understand meaning of storage. Storage refers to the act of storing materials for their safe custody till these are issued to the production and other departments. It is a service function and it involves receiving, storing and issuing of material. The place where materials are kept is known as store. The person who is in charge of a store department is known as stores keeper. He is responsible for the receipt, storage and issue of materials. Let's understand meaning of stores. The term stores has wider definition and it includes raw materials to be used in production, consumable stores such as oil, grease, etc., tools, patterns, maintenance materials, etc., stock of work in progress, stock of finished goods. Let's understand objective of storage. Number 1, to ensure uninterrupted supply. Number 2, to prevent overstocking and understocking of stores. Number 3, to protect stores from against pilferages, theft, fire, deterioration, evaporation, etc. Number 4, to ensure an effective and economical use of available storage space and labor. Number 5, to minimize the cost of storage. Number 6, to maintain up-to-date stores records. Let's discuss organizational structure. The organization structure of stores department is customized concept because every organization prepares its own structure as per their need. Let's understand functions of stores department. The stores department works under the supervision and control of stores manager. The main functions of stores department are: number 1, to issue purchase requisition to purchase department when reorder become due. Number 2, to receive goods from receiving department and or inspection department. Number 3, to maintain appropriate records of receipts, issue and the balance of all items of material. Number 4, to manage adequate and proper storage for every item. Number 5, to provide appropriate place to all items. Number 6, to keep materials in good condition to avoid pilferage, wastage and deterioration. Number 7, to issue materials against proper storage requisition. Number 8, to maintain the desirable level of all required items. Number 9, to understand periodic physical stock taking and compare the physical balance with balances as per records and find out discrepancies if any and take the appropriate action in this behalf. Number 10, to identify slow moving and obsolete items and inform the management about them. Number 11, to minimize storage handling and maintenance cost. Let's discuss now material issue procedure. Material issue procedure is having two documents which are used for issue of materials to the production department. Number 1 is material requisition or stores requisition and number 2 is bill of materials. Let's understand material requisition. Material requisition is a document which is used to authorize and record the issue of materials from the store. It is usually prepared by a foreman, but in case of costly materials or large quantity of material, an approval by higher authority may be required. Usually, 3 copies of material requisition are prepared. 1 copy for storekeeper, 1 copy for cost accounting department and 1 copy for department initiating it. Let's have a look at material requisition note. Material requisition note, on left hand side it is written as job or work order number and the department which is requiring that material. On right hand side, its MRN number, that is material requisition note number, and date are written. It is having 5 columns. Number 1 is of code, second for description, third for quantity of material, fourth is price for material, and fifth is for total amount. It is to be signed by storekeeper and foreman as well as workmen receiving the material, and it is to be rechecked by the cost clerk. Column 1, 2 and 3 are to be filled in by the department preparing the requisition. Column 4 and 5 are to be filled in by the cost accounting department. Let us understand procedure of material requisition note. 2 copies of material requisition are sent to storekeeper. Storekeeper makes the entries in the bean card and then issues material to the requisition and then sends 1 copy of requisition after signature to the cost accounting department that fills up the rate and amount column of requisition and makes in the entries in the store's ledger. Let us discuss bill of material, that is material specification list. First we will understand meaning of bill of materials. Bill of materials is a list of standard quantities of all materials required for a particular job or work or processes. Bill of material is prepared by engineering or planning department in a standard form on receipt of an order. Usually 4 copies of bill of material are prepared. 1 copy for production department, 1 copy for stores department, 1 copy for cost accounting department, and 1 copy is retained by engineering or planning department. Let us have a look at proforma of bill of materials. Let us have a look at format of bill of material. So, proforma of bill of material is given. On left hand side, job number and department authorized is given, and on right hand side, bill of material number and date is written. It is having 7 columns. First is serial number, second code, third description, fourth quantity, fifth date of issue, sixth rate, and seventh amount rupees. This bill of material is authorized by the authorized person. It is to be received by the person who is responsible, checked by the inspection department, and cost clerk should also sign on this bill of materials, and it is also having signature of storekeeper. Column number 1 to 4 to be filled in by the engineering department. Column number 5 and 6 to be filled in by the stores department. Column number 7 and 8 to be filled in by cost accounting department. Let us understand its procedure. Engineering department sends 3 copies of bill of materials to production department. Then production department sends 2 copies to stores department. Then stores department makes entries in the bean cards and fills up column 5 and 6, and then issues materials to the production department and then sends 1 copy of bill of materials after signature to cost accounting department. Then cost accounting department fill up the rate and amount column of bill of material and makes entries in the store's ledger. Let us understand usefulness of bill of materials. A bill of materials serves the following purposes. It is useful to the stores department. It is useful for production department. It is useful for cost accounting department. It is useful for engineering or planning department. Let us understand the basic difference between material requisition and bill of materials. Material requisition is prepared when a single or few items of materials are requisite, whereas a bill of material is prepared when all the materials required for a particular job are required. Now, let's discuss transfer of surplus materials and return of materials to the store. First, we will understand transfer of surplus material. Direct transfer of material from one job to another should be discouraged because of difficulty in the correct allocation and control of material cost of job. Direct transfer of material from one job to another may be allowed if the purpose is to avoid the delay, to avoid unnecessary transport cost, or to avoid unnecessary material handling cost. Such direct transfer of materials should be done through Material Transfer Note. Material Transfer Note is a document that contains details as to what is transferred from where to where. Transfer department prepares 3 copies of Material Transfer Note, signs all the 3 copies and send 2 copies to the receiving department and retains 1 copy for its own reference. After receiving department sends 1 copy after signature to the cost accounting department. Cost accounting department debits the receiving department or job and credits the transferring department or job on the basis of copy of Material Transfer Note received. Let's have a look at the format of Material Transfer Note. Let's have a look at the format of Material Transfer Note. Material Transfer Note of XYZ Limited is given. On left hand side, the department from which the material are to be transferred is written and the department to whom the material are to be transferred. On right hand side, Material Transfer Note number and date are to be written. It is having 6 columns: serial number, description, code number, quantity of material. For cost office, there are 2 columns, that is date on which material transfer note is made and the quantity of material to be transferred, and remarks if any. This material transfer note should be authorized by the authorized person. The person or the department returning the material, it should be written. Debit job number is to be written. It is to be written that who has received this note, rate entered, credit job number, and it is to be checked by this department. No copy of material transfer note is sent to stores department because no entry in stores record is required. Now let's understand return of material to the store. Whenever materials supplied to a job are in excess of its requirement or are found defective, such materials are returned to the stores. Such materials should be returned with Material Returned Note. Material Return Note is a document which contains details regarding the materials returned to the store. The form of Material Return Note is similar to that of Material Requisition Slip, and hence to distinguish between the two, different colors are used. Returning department prepares 3 copies of Material Return Note and sends 2 copies to the stores department and retains 1 copy for its own reference. Stores department records in the bean card and sends 1 copy after signature to the cost accounting department. Cost accounting department gives the necessary credit to the concerned job or department for the cost of materials returned. Let's have a look at format of Material Return Note. Material Return Note of XYZ Limited is given. On left hand side, it is written that credit to which department, then department name is given, job number is given. On right hand side, Material Return Note number is to be written and date on which this Material Return Note is issued. It is having 8 columns, that is serial number, description, code number of material, quantity of materials. For cost office records, amount and rate is to be recorded. Then bean card number, store's ledger folio number and remarks, if any, are to be recorded. It is to be authorized by the authorized person and it is to be signed by storekeeper. It is also to be mentioned that it is returned by which department, bean card entered by which person and it is checked by the authorized person or not. And it is also to be recorded that it is received by whom and rate entered by which person. In this module, we have studied about material purchase, material storage and material issue related aspects of material cost control. In that, we have discussed about number 1, purchasing of material, number 2, objectives of purchase of material, number 3, functions of purchase department, number 4, centralized versus decentralized purchase, number 5, purchase procedure, number 6, storage of material. In that, we have discussed about meaning of storage, meaning of store, objectives of storage, functions of stores department. Number 7, material issue procedure. In that, we discussed about document used for issue of materials and their structure, transfer of surplus of materials. I am sure that this module has adequately explained the meaning and importance of material purchase, storage and issue. In the next module, we will discuss about material loss, type of material loss, waste and scrap of material and their accounting treatment, material issue techniques like LIFO, FIFO, average, weighted average, etc. I hope you liked the session. Thank you.